All right, now it's my turn to talk about that speech. And yes, I loved it. The State of the Union, technically they call it a joint federal address. I call it the State of the Union. And the State of the Union, thanks to him, thanks to President Trump. What is not to like? Fixing broken government, getting rid of waste, fraud, and abuse, protecting women, having a border, deporting criminals. What else? Oh, ending dopey foreign wars that some people want to go on forever, and putting America first. It's all incredibly reasonable. It's common sense. It's also bold and decisive and incredibly innovative. No wonder why the Democrats were so depressed. I mean, really depressed. I mean, we're talking about maybe they should call a hotline or something to talk it out. It was bad, bad stuff from them, how they looked, how they acted. President Trump broke a record. This was the longest ever. I think he edged out Bill Clinton by about 3 or 4 minutes in 1 hour and 40 minutes. Fantastic. Now, given that length, some people, even diehard MAGA Trump supporters, didn't make it to the end, which is one of the best parts. And if that includes you, well, here it is.
This will be our greatest era. With God's help, over the next 4 years, we are going to lead this nation even higher, and we are going to forge the freest, most advanced, most dynamic, and most dominant civilization ever to exist on the face of this earth. We are going to create the highest quality of life, build the safest and wealthiest and healthiest and most vital communities anywhere in the world. We are going to conquer the vast frontiers of science, and we are going to lead humanity into space and plant the American flag on the planet Mars and even far beyond.
And there's a little bit more after that. The American renewal. We are poised to do great things. We've done great things before. We can do it again. We are doing it right now. Hey, the tariffs. There's a late-breaking report that they may be backing off some of the automotive tariffs or delaying them, or remains to be seen. But I'm liking what I'm hearing. And I also like the acknowledgement that, hey, might be a little bit rough, but we can tolerate it. Take a look.
April 2nd, reciprocal tariffs kick in. And whatever they tariff us, other countries, we will tariff them. That's reciprocal, back and forth. Tariffs are about making America rich again and making America great again, and it's happening, and it will happen rather quickly. There'll be a little disturbance, but we're okay with that. It won't be much.
A little disturbance. I can handle that, and I think America can handle that as well. I know the markets are kind of topsy-turvy, but this is something he's been thinking about and talking about and really planning his entire life. And it seems like we're being treated very, very unfairly, and it's definitely worth a shot. Some of my other favorite moments, the shout-outs to the people, the guests, the gallery, and all of them were moving, and this one really grabbed me. Jocelyn Nungari, the young girl who was murdered by illegal migrant criminals in Houston, Texas. Now, she was 12 years old. President Trump visited that family and got to know them. Here they are together at the border. And I've heard him speak of those people before. I know he's keeping in touch with them. And there's something about this moment in this episode, what happened, and the way President Trump talked about it that I thought was very, very meaningful. Take a look.
Here tonight is a woman I have gotten to know, Alexis Nungari from Houston. Wonderful woman. Last June, Alexis's 12-year-old daughter, her precious Jocelyn, walked to a nearby convenience store. She was kidnapped, tied up, assaulted for 2 hours under a bridge, and horrifically murdered. Arrested and charged with this heinous crime are 2 illegal alien monsters from Venezuela, released into America by the last administration through their ridiculous open border. The death of this beautiful 12-year-old girl and the agony of her mother and family touched our entire nation greatly.
It really did. And the way he speaks about her here and the gesture and the promise that was made and fulfilled, it's really something.
Alexis, I promised that we would always remember your daughter, your magnificent daughter. And earlier tonight, I signed an order keeping my word to you. One thing I have learned about Jocelyn is that she loved animals so much. She loved nature. Across Galveston Bay, from where Jocelyn lived in Houston, you will find a magnificent national wildlife refuge, a pristine, peaceful, 34,000-acre sanctuary for all of God's creatures on the edge of the Gulf of America. Alexis, moments ago, I formally renamed that refuge in loving memory of your beautiful daughter, Jocelyn. So, Mr. Vice President, if you would, may I have the order?
It's not a stunt. It's not politics. He has a big heart and tremendous compassion. And that 12-year-old girl who loves animals, what a thoughtful thing to do. A great big federal nature reserve will be named in her honor. All right, lots of substance and news, oh, by the way, about a major terrorist that was taken down. Really great and consistent stuff, and he's proud. He's allowed to do that. He's also allowed to say out loud that Joe Biden is the worst president ever. You know, where else do you hear that message? I know some conservative media, they're a little shy about saying that out loud, and you'll never hear it on the dominant media. So he reinforced that. And in addition to just celebrating plain old Americans, you see that little kid? DJ was his name, in the police outfit. He was terrific. He kind of won the night in addition to President Trump. But there's something so special about the man who actually gave him the Secret Service credentials. Let's take it from the top.
And tonight, DJ, we're going to do you the biggest honor of them all. I am asking our new Secret Service Director, Sean Curran, to officially make you an agent of the United States Secret Service.
Again, if you forget, he loves law enforcement. Such a young man, diagnosed with cancer, brain cancer, about 6 years ago. They gave him 5 months to live, and look at him now, alive and doing very, very well. Take a look at the Secret Service Director that President Trump mentioned. His name is Sean Curran, okay, to the right there. Now, at one moment, I thought it was really nice that he did it. He gave the credentials, but the young man did not really acknowledge him. Right? And, well, that changes. That does change. And I've never seen this side to Sean Curran. Have you seen Sean Curran before? Of course you have. He was there when President Trump was almost killed in Butler, Pennsylvania. That's him with the sunglasses to the right. And before that, I always noticed him as this really kind of stoic, yet totally controlled looking guy, you know, just ready for anything at any time. The quintessential Secret Service agent. Always prepared, always professional, and, you know, a guy you don't want to mess with, right? There he is in the back, just a good guy. Well, now he's got a big promotion, and he's in charge of the Secret Service. Watch this. I've never seen this happen, right? Has anybody? I'm sure his family has, but it was beautiful. Just when I thought little DJ forgot about the Secret Service Director, that happened. Elon Musk was there and wearing a suit and tie. That was kind of interesting, and a lot of applause for Doge, none of them coming from the pathetic Democrats. More on them in a moment. Oh, actually right now. Al Green, is that his name? People forgot about this little stunt by the end of the speech. Gets up there, yelling, but nobody can understand what he's saying, waving that cane. And they gave him ample warning. Finally, they threw him out, which under the rules, it was totally within their authority to throw that guy out. You can't do it. As a single member of Congress, get up and disrupt the president's speech. They tossed him out. What else? Oh, this had to be said for the record. Every Democrat, I mean every Democrat, lied to us for basically 4 years. Oh, we'd have a safe border if only the Republicans would cooperate on legislation. There are a couple of Republicans who said that too, by the way. A little suspicious there. We did not. We have a secure border now. What did we need? He answered the question.
The media and our friends in the Democrat Party kept saying we needed new legislation. We must have legislation to secure the border. But it turned out that all we really needed was a new president.
It's so refreshing. The truth. The truth. They went and said it. They're good at lying. I mean, they're shameless. Like this senator who spoke in response. I did not stay up for this. Her name is Alyssa Slotkin, U.S. Senator from Michigan, Democrat. She was fear-mongering. This is what they do. They don't have any respect for us, and they try to get us all ginned up about, just stuff. Oh, in this case, Elon Musk. Do you think she's telling the truth here?
While we're on the subject of Elon Musk, is there anyone in America who is comfortable with him and his gang of 20-year-olds using their own computer servers to poke through your tax returns, your health information, and your bank accounts? No oversight, no protections against cyber attack, no guardrails on what they do with your private data. We need a more efficient government. You want to cut waste? I'll help you do it. But change doesn't need to be chaotic or make us less safe.
No, she won't help you do it. She is a deep stater, a career swamp cat, all right? Not to be trusted. And I mean, really not to be trusted. I trust Elon Musk. He doesn't want to look at my information or your information. They're talking about huge macro systems and change. That fear-mongering, we can see right through it. I am a little bit fearful of her, or at least her being around my kids. Sorry, but the LGBTQ agenda that she is pursuing is radical and weird, and I think should be criminalized. So there's this pride group somewhere. And by the way, there are some totally decent pride groups. There are. I think the pride thing is all kinds of excess. But I don't know. Jamie Michelle, you know that woman? Gays Against Grooming, right? Fantastic people. This, to me, looks like grooming.
He loves the Constitution. He fights for what's right. He hates the bad guys. He's a freedom warrior. He's your freedom warrior. Watch Carl Higbie every weekday on Newsmax.